Today is Friday, Parashat Shemot. We're in the period of the year called Shovevim, which stands for Shemot, Vayera, Bo, Beshalach, Yitro, Mishpatim. These are the 6 weeks where a person should be even extra careful with his speech, not to say Lashon Hara, not to speak anything evil, not to speak bad about anyone, to be careful with vows and that type of thing. And interestingly, in the parasha of this week, there is a hint to the severity of the aspect of Lashon Hara. The signs that Hashem gives to Moshe, the first two are what you have in your hand, the staff, throw it to the ground and it turns into a snake. Why specifically a snake? Because the snake is the one animal that is identified with Lashon Hara, with using the power of speech in a negative way, just like he spoke to Eve to convince her to eat from the forbidden fruit. And also in the Gemara it says that the Lashon Hara is like a snake, because a snake stings without even eating. He just puts venom without any benefit. And that way also a person who speaks Lashon Hara is also a person who really has no personal benefit. He just harms the other person through the negative statements about that person. So because Moshe Rabbeinu said about Am Yisrael, Vehem lo ya'aminu li, they will not believe me. So he spoke negatively about Am Yisrael. That's why the first sign involved the staff turning into a snake as a symbol of Lashon Hara. The second sign was put your hand inside your clothing, in your chest, and it will turn into, they will get leprosy. Why leprosy? Because leprosy is a punishment for Lashon Hara. Metzorah in Hebrew is an acronym for Motzi Shem Ra, person who gives a bad reputation to another person. And we see also with Miriam and Nevi'ah, when she spoke bad about Moshe Rabbeinu, even though she had good intentions, she was also was hit with leprosy. So that sign was also another sign to indicate to Moshe Rabbeinu he should be very careful how he speaks about Am Yisrael. A third sign was about the water turning into blood, taking water from the Nile and pouring it on the ground, and the water turns into blood. That would be a sign for Paro, and specifically from the Nile, because that was the god of the Egyptians. The Egyptians worshipped the Nile because it gave them sustenance. And like Rashi says, that Kadosh Baruch Hu nifra mina umot, when Kadosh Baruch Hu exacts punishment from the nations, nifra me'elahutam tehila. The first things that he damages, or the first the first retribution that he brings is on their deities, on their gods, which in here was the Nile that they were worshipping in Egypt. So serious it is how we speak about our fellow Jews. We see also that in the Navi, the prophet was punished because he spoke about Am Yisrael. He said, "Utoch am teme sefatayim anochi yoshev," and I dwell amongst people that is impure of their lips. He spoke that way, and he was also punished, as the story is brought in the Gemara, in his lips, which is a long story, not for this Dvar Torah, but in general, to see that a person has to be very careful, and especially in this period of the year, we have extra assistance to be able to do teshuvah on the subject of Shmirat HaLashon, of keeping pure speech. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen.